Uninterrupted Media presents LSU Odyssey Oddcast. What's up, everybody? You know, there's something on my mind. LSU fans being pissy about us using a three-man front against Mississippi State. LSU fans griping and moaning about things all off season long. And then when you see improvements defensively, especially in the coaching, you see exactly what we wanted to see against Mississippi State, and then they're griping. I think you're only griping because you actually have the luxury to gripe because we won the game. Now take your luxury to gripe and throw it away because it's ridiculous. I have no problem with LSU doing whatever they need to put W's on the board. It does not matter to me. I have my guys. I have guys I want to see play. I have guys I want to see make plays. I have guys I root for. But I root for every Tiger. At the end of the day, I root for every Tiger, and I root for this team to win no matter what. And so when I see LSU fans kind of almost pissed off that we won in this manner, it gets to me. It bothers me. Because at the end of the day, do you want to lead the nation in sacks, or do you want to win a championship? Okay? Because I'm just going to tell you right now, Nick Saban playing the 3-4, he's won a lot of championships doing that. And I'm not saying that the 3-4 is better than the 4-3. But here is the fact of the matter. The 4-3 is very easy when you have just even one weak link out there, especially at linebacker. It's very easy for modern offenses to absolutely surgically destroy. There's just too much space between the linebackers and safeties. There's too much space between the defensive linemen and the linebackers. There are those pockets of space that those short passing teams can absolutely destroy. If one guy loses contain, if the quarterback, if a running quarterback, a dual threat quarterback breaks contain, usually there's a mountain of space up the middle, to the left, to the right, off the edge. You know, people are going to gripe about that, about playing zone, but what do you want? Do you want LSU to win the game, or do you want to get some style points? Because I know what I know what we would hear from these same people had Coach O said, nope, we're going to go out there with my 4-man rush no matter what, and we're going to rush 4 every time, and we're going to rush 5, we're going to rush 6, we're going to be so aggressive. Look at how aggressive we are. Rah, rah, rah. I'm a dinosaur. Well, you know what? That's stupid. That's sometimes, a lot of times, not how football games are won nowadays. That's how games are won in the trenches still. But past the trenches, games are won more cerebrally nowadays. If you can outthink, if you can outmaneuver, if you can out-adjust the opposition coordinators, you can win games, whether you have the supreme talent or not. LSU had the supreme talent. They had the superior players. They had the better coaches against Mississippi State. Just on paper. But going in to prove that, to make that happen, Durante Jones had to make some concessions. And you know what? The 3-4 actually may have worked better for Damone Clark and Neil Farrell Jr. Neil Farrell Jr. has had a great season already. But man, that 3-4 allowed him to disrupt and to provide chaos on so many different plays. And sure, they started running the ball later in the game. But that's because we were not rotating effectively, leaving the same guys out there play after play after play, drive after drive. And I don't know what we were expecting, them to just like gain some type of superhuman stamina. But Damone Clark cannot play 80-plus snaps a game. He looked just fine, but that's against Mississippi State. I think against Auburn, we're going to need to see Micah Baskerville and the Vontek Strong potentially paired up together more than Damone Clark. This is going to be a game where you're going to need more than just athleticism and physical build. You're going to need to be able to pick through traffic. Is this a game where Greg Penn, freshman linebacker Greg Penn, makes an appearance? Does LSU go back straight up to the 4-2-5 formation now going against Auburn? I don't know, but here's the thing that I do know. When I saw LSU line up in the 3-4 on the first play of the game, the first snap hadn't even been called, but the camera was going above the defensive formation, and I could see it immediately what we were going to do. And the first thing that came in my head is, we're serious. We're serious about winning this game. We're serious about getting revenge from last year. And it's just the way that we went out there and did that, and just made a statement that, hey, we're not going to do what you expect us to do. Here comes something else. That's the only way LSU are going to pick up victory after victory in the SEC. LSU are going to have to get wily. LSU are going to have to get smart. LSU are going to have to one-up their opponents week in, week out with fantastic play calls, just like we did. And here's the thing. We only scored 28 points, but 4 of those play calls were absolutely stunning right when we needed it. And they absolutely just lit up Mississippi State's defense. So, what I would like to see more of is LSU fans being patient. LSU fans realizing the bigger picture here. LSU fans realizing that this is actually a sign of growth, not a sign of weakness. This isn't a sign of LSU being afraid of Mississippi State. It was a sign of LSU being ready for Mississippi State. Are we going to be ready against Auburn? There's only one way to find out. And that's by paying attention to every update. That is by subscribing, that is by liking, that is by sharing everything LSUODYSSEY.com posts. Whether it's on YouTube, whether it's through Twitter, whether it's on LSUODYSSEY.com website, through Instagram, Facebook. We do it all up. Like and share. Don't be a square. Please, 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 if you enjoy this, support the hell out of it. If you want to see, say, my voice, my personality overtake some of the stuffy personalities in college football, some of the more predictable personalities in college football, or lack of personalities, please give us a shout out. Throw our video around. Share our video. Turn our stuff on to somebody who has never heard us before. Share us with fellow LSU Tiger fans. Because I guarantee there's many who feel the same way we do about why is this such a big deal about us being a 3-4 team for one game. You just got to stay on track with LSUODYSSEY.com, because I'm telling you, when we put out a piece, it's not for our own vanity. When we put out a piece, it's not for our own creative impulses, as much as we do it because of our creative impulses. There is grade A information within. If you read our last piece previewing last week previewing Mississippi State, there's one line in there that's very interesting. Can Cordell Flott have a game of redemption against Mississippi State? Could he have a redemption performance? And look what happened. The seeds of greatness are planted within our words, because we know what's on that roster. We know who's on that roster. We know exactly what they're capable of. And most of the time it's before a lot of other people. So please, if you love college football, if you love LSU, check out LSUODYSSEY.com. Please, we've got so much content, it's a joke. Share it. Don't be a square. Thank you very much, everybody. Stay positive. Whether it's a 3-4, a 4-3, or a 5-6-9, 10, blah, 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 it's LSU. Let's go!